My husband and I often drive 7.5 hours to our hometown. We try to limit these trips to weekends when we can also work on our house. Last year was full of weddings, meaning lots of trips. This year is thankfully less busy. We always bring our 150-pound St. Bernard, Gatsby. He's good in the car, usually just sleeps in the folded-down back seat. On one trip, something bizarre happened. We're generally level-headed people who rely on facts and reasoning, so this was especially strange for us. We've driven this route countless times, stopping for gas, food, or bathroom breaks. I have a constant need for restrooms, but a paranoia of public ones, so we usually stick to well-lit, busy places. But this time, my bladder was too urgent. I have to use the restroom. I told my husband. How much? Pretty urgently. The next rest area is about 20 minutes away. I can't make it that long. All right, there's a restaurant at this exit. We took an unfamiliar exit. The restaurant was further than expected, but I was desperate. It was a stark, new-looking diner on a dark road, surprisingly busy late at night. We left Gatsby in the car with the windows down and went inside. The diner was clean and retro, filled with the happy noise and smell of food. Booths lined the windows, tables dotted the tiled floor, mostly occupied by truck drivers. There was a counter with pastries and a busy open kitchen. I quickly went to the restroom. Nothing seemed unusual. I washed my hands and checked my phone, surprised it was off despite a full battery. It wouldn't turn back on. I made to leave when I saw movement in the mirror. Startled, I looked around. Nothing. I laughed at myself and went back out. My extrovert husband was chatting with an old man at the counter. The light in the diner seemed too bright, the restaurant too quiet. The patrons were watching us intently. I felt uncomfortable. Gatsby seemed fine in the car. I looked at the pastry case. The pies were perfect. I asked the waitress for 2 apple pies to go. She cut them neatly. When I looked back, the pie didn't look cut. Thinking it was a different pie, I went to my husband. Neither of our phones would turn on. Battery ran out, he said. Mine too. I mumbled, finding it odd. I watched the other patrons. They hadn't moved, all eating quietly. Too quiet. Only my husband and the old man were talking. I frowned. Then I noticed the reflection in the windows, or the lack of it. I could see myself and my husband, but no one else. The unease intensified. There had to be a logical explanation. I moved toward the pastry case. Still no reflections. I took out my compact, pretending to check my makeup. Looking in the mirror, there was no one behind me. I tilted it, turned, still nothing. I was closer to a waitress. I smiled nervously, but she didn't smile back. She placed her cold hand on mine. Her skin was gray, lifeless. Her eyes were filled with concern. "Get out while you still can," she whispered. My heart raced. I turned to my husband, still talking. The other patrons were starting to shift. I tossed money on the counter. "Honey, we should go. It's getting late, and Gatsby's waiting." I tugged his arm. Something in my voice alerted him. He looked up, and I shook my head. "It was nice to talk to you." "Thank you for the advice," he said to the old man. I practically ran outside, gulping the fresh air. I jumped in the car, started it, and backed out fast. Gatsby growled. "What are you doing?" my husband asked. "Look," I shouted, glancing back. The diner patrons were pressed against the windows, their skin gray, their eyes red. "Go," he shouted. I sped away, checking the rearview mirror. Nothing but darkness. Shaken, I pulled into a busy gas station at the next exit. My husband walked Gatsby while I got gas and went inside for coffee and snacks. "Excuse me, can you tell me anything about the restaurant?" "One exit back." I asked the clerk. "Restaurant, a cute little retro place, about 9 miles north. Crossroad Cafe." "There's no restaurant around here called Crossroad Cafe." "Are you sure?" It looked new. "I'm sure." Frowning, I grabbed my things. A truck driver stopped me. "Crossroad Cafe, do you know it? Burned down about 30 years ago. Doors locked. No survivors. Did they rebuild it?" "No, miss. But if you see it again, don't stop. They won't let you go twice."